Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Acer Chromebook Plus. The battery is having issues charging, so we got a replacement battery. Hopefully that's the only issue. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get some thumbnails here. I'm going to try and center this guy. And this is an Acer Chromebook Plus 514. Full model number is CB514-6HT-368E. Alright, so anyways, we're going to be using a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. Alright, you want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down on my desk in the pair and I remove them. So basically pull the screws out and then just put them like that. Okay, we got 3 going along the back, 3 going along the middle, and then 4 going along the front. So let's go ahead and do that. If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living, right? If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. And yeah, currently I do post those videos on this channel as well, but eventually the new videos are only going to go on that channel. So if you like my review videos or you just really want to help me out, subscribing there and then watching a few videos and liking and commenting on those will also help a lot. If you don't know what to comment on there, you can even just comment on there, I'm from your repair videos or whatever. And yeah, I'll really appreciate that. Okay, this one screw was kind of like too low. I couldn't grab it to pull it out, so we're probably just gonna have to be careful when we go to open the computer not to drop it. Or maybe I can wiggle it upside down. I don't know, it's stuck in there. Yeah, I don't know, it's stuck in there. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can pop this open. Now that we got all the screws out, usually what I like to do is get my fingernails in between the base cover and the palm rest, and then I'll push with my thumb on the palm rest, okay, just like this. Be careful not to push on the touchpad, okay, so just like that, work my way over, and then go over to the other side, and same thing. Alright, so you can see we got this to kind of pop up. Once you do that, we'll carefully close this. Alright, I'll get my fingernails underneath to pull up on the bottom cover and push down on the palm rest. And then I'll try and slide my fingernail in here. Okay, that seems to work. So we'll just continue working our way around. Alright, obviously if you don't have fingernails, you can just use pry tools or whatever. Honestly, pretty much everybody should be able to have fingernails grow out of their hands naturally. So if you don't have tools, you can actually just wait till you have fingernails. If you don't like having fingernails or your parents don't let you grow your fingernails out because they think it's something that makes you gay or whatever, I don't know, then yeah, go ahead and buy plastic pry tools or whatever you want. Okay, anyway, so we'll pull on this and then I'll just go ahead and slide my fingernail into the gap back here if we can. Actually, this we might have to just pull straight up. Again, be careful because this screw might come out. Oh, I can actually push it out from behind. Set that down. Alright, then we can go ahead and lift this up, and yeah, that actually popped out really easily. So here's what the bottom cover looks like, I guess. Okay, I'll set that aside. This is what it looks like inside. Oh, there's actually quite a bit of lint and dust in there. Look at that. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to use my air blower and a toothbrush and then kind of get all this dust out. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll be back. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. So I cleaned off both sides here. Okay, so this is a lot less dusty. This kind of stuff is kind of stuck on there. It won't come out. So anyways, there you go. And you got this here. Okay, this little rubber piece, you want to be careful because this can come off. I believe this is a microphone. And if you're wondering how this goes back, I guess let me zoom in here. So you can see here, there's this little groove here with the little hole, okay? And that's to kind of help insulate or isolate, I guess, the microphone. The wings of this go in front of this plastic piece, okay? So it just sits on top like that, at least, yeah, looks like it. Okay, anyways, let's zoom out here. We have the battery. Oops, I didn't need to zoom out that much. So to disconnect the battery, go from the wings and just kind of wiggle it as you pull, just like this. Okay, just keep wiggling, and there we go. All right, we'll zoom out here, and let's go ahead and remove the screws for the battery. Looks like there's 2 screws holding it in place. I'll remove both of those. All right, once you do that, we'll go ahead and lift this up. Oh, actually, is something else holding it down? Okay, no, it was just a little raised plastic thing. So lift that up, and then it slides out this way, okay? Be careful not to damage these cables sliding it. You actually don't need to slide it how much I did, okay? The battery, this connector is part of the battery, but the battery model number is AP23ABL. All right, I couldn't find an exact replacement for this. I found a similar one, but AP23A8L instead of BL, okay? It's not an exact replacement. It's not just a weird typo, okay? So if you look at this, this is 5,300 watt hours, okay? This is 53.05 watt hours, so actually more power. 473 milliamp hours. This is 4,703 milliamp hours. This is 4,661 milliamp hours. Also, the voltage on this is lower, 11.28 volts. That's why it has more milliamp hours, okay? 11.37 volts. So this runs at a slightly lower voltage, but it has more milliamps to have a total watt hours just a little hair more, okay? But about the same. The voltage is close enough that it should be okay. They actually listed this battery for this model laptop, so yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but usually you want to try and find the same exact model battery. Okay, CPU's under here. If you do lift the 4 screws with the heatsink, you do have to redo the thermal paste. If you want to upgrade it, you can put PTM 7950 or something. And then you got these 2 chips here, which I'm pretty sure are RAM. Okay, it's not removable or replaceable, at least not by normal people. Okay, anyways, you got an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here, 1 screw. After you remove that, you can pull it up slightly and then pull it back. Don't pull too up high, or you can break the connector of on the board and also on the SSD. All right, you got the LCD LVDS or EDP connector here with a flip latch here. You do need to peel up this adhesive to get under, and then you can flip the blackish gray part there. Okay, this says Hall connector, so maybe the Hall effect sensor is there. That's what detects if the screen is opened or closed. All right, you got 1 speaker connector here with the wings of the connector. You just grab, wiggle, wiggle, and pull it out. All right, it's not held in with screws, but it does have like little things that protrude out from these raised things that help kind of hold it down. So when you lift it, you kind of have to push it in a certain direction so it can clear. Okay, you have this little connector again. Oh, this is, yes, the microphone. Okay, flip latch is looks like it's here. Yeah, so it's in between though, so you have to be kind of make sure you're not prying out the outsides of it. So flip that all the way up, you can pull that out. Touchpad, trackpad connector here, this tiny one, flip latch there. This, you have to peel up this yellow Kapton tape. This is the keyboard backlight connector, flip latch there, keyboard connector, flip latch here. Other speaker connector, again, grab the wings, wiggle and pull. You got the little connector here, grab, wiggle, and pull for the USB-C port, as well as the USB 3 port and the headset or headphone microphone jack there. Okay, what else? You have another flat ribbon cable with the flip latch on this side to remove that, and then flip latch on this side to remove this. Fan is here, 2 screws holding it down. It doesn't look like it goes under the heat sink, although I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so if you want to remove that, connector's right there, grab, wiggle, wiggle, pull. Okay, you got both the wireless antennas going into here, wireless / Bluetooth antennas, and they connect to the motherboard logic board onto the wireless card here. So if your wireless card fails, it's part of the motherboard logic board. You're not going to be able to replace that, okay? But if you want to disconnect the antennas, peel off this clear thing first, and then go from the tail of the antenna and pull straight up, and it will pop out. I think that's about it to explain in here. The other ports are all part of the motherboard or logic board. Let's go ahead and put this battery in, and hopefully the computer works fine, okay? So, again, to get this in, the battery does have these little feet at the bottom, so you do have to put it at an angle like that. Okay, and then once you get it under into these little grooves, then you can lower this down. Make sure it lines up with these little raised pillars, and then we'll go ahead and get the screws in. All right, depending on the connector, it might kind of go kind of weird like this. If you saw the original one, they kind of like bend all the wires around to make it kind of reach better. I don't know, I feel that's kind of a weird design to have that much extra slack, but I guess it makes it so you don't have to make sure it like fits just exactly. All right, so normally on the battery, they have a little mark here to tell you which side faces up, but in this case, since this battery doesn't have it, you want to take note, black wires, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So the main ones focus on black and red. Black is towards the fan, red is towards the SSD. So line that up. Okay, I'm gonna just fold it up like this so there's less stress on the cables. And then we're just gonna line this up like that, okay? Make sure it's going in straight. Let me zoom in here. Okay, and you wanna pinch both pieces together, okay, to try and get it to connect in as straight as possible. You kinda don't want it to go crooked like how it's going right now. Okay, so we're gonna pull that back because we wanna make sure that if it's going in, that none of the pins, oops, sorry, you can't even see, that none of these pins are getting bent, okay? So that's very important, okay? Try and keep it as straight as possible. So let's go ahead and do that again and see. I don't know why, okay. Is it gonna line up straight? Oh, there we go, okay. So then pull the whole thing together. I know the cable's rainbow, but yeah, you want it to go straight, not crooked, okay? Anyways, let's zoom out here. Again, you have all this excess slack, so you can kind of just, I guess, fold it however you want. If you want to push this over, you want to hold on to this to make sure all the force isn't just pushing the connector out, okay? So I'm going to go like this and then do that, so that way the wires can kind of strain out a little bit more. Well, that way, so it's not just sticking up, and then when we go to put on the cover, it's going to damage something. So there we go. We'll go ahead and get the bottom cover. All right, so line this up and we'll just put this back on. So start with the back where the hinges are, because that's what we took out last. Again, we took it out when it was like going at an angle like that. So usually I like to push from back here and make sure it's kind of like has room to kind of bow outwards. Then we push inwards as we push down, okay, just like that, to help all the clips go into place. Same thing here, push inwards as you push down, okay. And there we go. Everything looks good. All right, and then we'll just get all the screws back in. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Oh, one other thing I noticed, these have like little washers on it, which is interesting. I think those are usually to prevent the screws from kind of undoing themselves, because it looked like they're split. Are they split ring washers? Yeah, there's like a little split in the ring. So these are like split ring washers, at least I think that's what they're called, and those kind of help push against the material and the screw to keep it from twisting back out, okay? So anyways, yeah, we'll get all these screws back in, and then we'll go ahead and power it up. I'll actually plug in the charger while I'm waiting. The customer brought me a different USB-C charger from an HP laptop. It doesn't really matter. Usually, most USB-C chargers are kind of universal. That's what USB is, right? Universal, what is it? Universal serial bus. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and plug that in. Hopefully it's charging okay, and we'll continue getting all the screws in. Yeah, I do see the charging light is on now. But yeah, other than that, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, again, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living, right? If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot. If you can watch a few of my other videos, and then like and comment on those as well, because, yeah, that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel, again, called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. Again, I do currently post those reviews on this channel as well, but eventually those videos, the new ones, are only going to go on my new channel on that one. So if you like my review videos, or you just really want to help me out, that's a really great way to do it. Anyways, we'll get the last screw in, we'll power it up, make sure it turns on, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I know a lot of times people are like, I want to make sure it still works. Why didn't you show that it turned on? And this, like, okay, like usually on my videos, it doesn't matter if the computer I worked on turned on, because replacing the battery doesn't really affect that. If you replace the battery on yours, okay, so I can see it's already turning on, so we're good. I don't know why the brightness is so dim. There we go, turn it up. But it's working. We'll unplug this and it's staying on. So we should be good to go. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, thanks for watching. I'm gonna shut this down, let it charge up some more, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.